Welcome to our continuing series called What Happened to the 12 Apostles? My name is Pastor Lynn Smith, interim pastor here at Shepherd's Heart Fellowship in Osceola, Indiana. And today we're going to be talking about one of the lesser known apostles. In fact, he had a lot of different names. In a National Geographic magazine about the journey of the apostles from March 2012, they decided to call him Thaddeus. And several stories connect Thaddeus, who was also known in the Bible as Lebanus or Jude, to the country of Persia, again modern-day Iran. According to Eastern tradition, he converted the entire city of Edessa after healing its king. Sometimes he's also referred to as Judas, not Iscariot. Well, how did he ever get that name? In the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 22, he refers to one of the disciples, or the apostles, as Judas, not Iscariot. It's not easy to determine the identity of this apostle. The theologian Jerome dubbed him Trionius, which means the man with three names. How would you like to have three names? I guess most of us do today, right? We have a first name, a middle name, and a last name, but some of us weren't given middle names, of course. Now, you see, the problem is the New Testament refers to several men by the name of Judas. Judas Iscariot, of course, the one who betrayed Christ. Judas, the brother of James, that was in Matthew 13:55 and Mark 6:3. And there was also a Judas of Galilee in Acts 5:37. And, of course, as I mentioned, Judas, not Iscariot. And clearly, the writer John wanted to avoid confusion when he referred to this man, especially when the other disciple named Judas, well, he just had a very poor reputation, right? Matthew refers to this man as Lebanus, whose surname was Thaddeus in Matthew 10:3. Mark simply refers to him as Thaddeus in Mark 3:18. Luke refers to him as Judas, the son of James. And that's also given in Luke 6:16 and Acts 1:13. And the King James Version incorrectly translates Luke as saying that the man was the brother of James. Now, we are not sure who Thaddeus' father was. Some think he was James, the brother of Jesus. That would have made him a nephew of Jesus. But this isn't likely, for early church historians report this James never was married. Others think that his father was the Apostle James, the son of Zebedee, but we can't be certain of that either. And as I mentioned earlier, the historian Eusebius says that Jesus sent this disciple to King Abgar of Mesopotamia to pray for his healing. There's another king. According to this story, Judas went to Abgar after Jesus' ascension to heaven, and he remained to preach in several cities of Mesopotamia. Of course, that's modern-day Iraq. Another tradition says that this disciple or apostle was murdered by magicians. What an awful death, right? To be murdered by magicians in the city of Suanir in Persia or modern-day Iran. And it's said that they killed him there with clubs and stones. So, Judas, not Iscariot, Thaddeus, Trionius, the man with three names. We don't know really a lot about him, even from the biblical record. And of course, we know less about him according to legend. So thank you for continuing to listen to our series. We'll continue next week, learning more about the apostles. And of course, we want to give you a sincere invitation to attend at 9 a.m. one of our Bible Life Application classes, or our morning worship at 10 a.m. An evening Bible study we're conducting currently now on the Old Testament book of Proverbs meets at 5 o'clock to 5:45 p.m. Sunday evenings if you're not a morning person. And then we have a prayer meeting from 6 o'clock to 6:30. Again, thank you for tuning in to learn more about what happened to the 12 apostles.